Hey everyone, Egman here with another video. Today we're going to talk about the limited tournaments for expansion set 9s and 10. They're going to be having these. They kind of had these with the previous expansion set with the the blue yellow agent multicolors, and what was it, the red green Gogeta BR and Broly BR. Not those are the expansion sets, but that's where we got the OG Broly and the Goku Black, the 2 drops that if you had a multicolor energy, it did something. So yeah, they're doing another one. Oh, we don't know what these cards are. Oh, yeah, here they are. I think these all got spoiled at the in Euro, but I do want to thank Melvin, our Senzu POP, and also Ade Aderounmu. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce your name, but he was on Facebook just popping these out this weekend. So thank you so much for these. And yeah, so they're going to be 10 cards. They're going to be pretty much all of them are going to be red, green, or blue, yellow. But there's going to be following these themes of these surge leaders. And let's just jump on into it. So the one I'm more excited for, not letting you down for the other one, but is the OG Broly one. It's green and red, which is awesome because there's been it's been kind of split where there's been support for a specifically green Broly leader or a specifically red one. So it's great to have one that's both. That's an OG one. Auto once per turn when you combo with a red or green card, draw one. So this is great. Do you guys remember when Hercule has this effect? And he's a 5k, but just pretty good for gaining card advantage. And if you're doing arrival stuff, you're only going -2, I guess, instead of -1. That still seems kind of bad, or -3. But that still kind of sounds kind of bad. But it's great for because you get a combo on either turn, so you could be getting +2 cards every turn, which seems pretty nice. So there's that, and then the surge is that you choose one red card, one green card in your hand, placing in your under this card, and then you may draw 2 cards. Then you may choose up to 2 of your energy, switch them to active mode, and flip this card over. So this is essentially an untapped 2-liter. And then on the surge side, so active battle, so it's only battle, not active main battle, but active battle once per turn. If your life is at 3 or less, then you choose 1 card into this card, place in your drop area, choose 1. So you can choose up to one of your choose up to 1 battle card in your drop area, combo with it. This card gains double strike for the duration of the turn. So that's really good. So you can just do like a super combo, or you could do a red green card, so you have automatic arrival, or I've seen people say like Chomp is another one. And so you can use this ability and you give your leader double strike and then some battle card that's attacking double strike. So that's really good. And the other one is just you choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. That's stupid good. Now your opponent is going to be really afraid to combo anything, because if they're going in on a card, they're going to realize it can just be blown up on a leader, which is incredibly powerful in my mind. So really cool effect there. And then we have the Kefla one, and I need to zoom in a little bit. I'll read this for you. So on the Awakened side, so activate once per turn, choose up to 1 blue or yellow Universe 6 card with energy cost of 2 or less at your hand, energy cost of 2 or less from your hand, and play it. And then, so I don't know, I think some people are going to be excited for this, but the Universe 6 archetype always seems like such a tight kind of archetype already, and now we have our first blue-yellow leader, and it's so compared to the other 3 leaders, this is super inflexible. You pretty much have to be playing Universe 6, and that just seems kind of bad in my mind. But I have no doubt it's going to be powerful. It's just not going to be really creative deck building wise, in my opinion. But other than that, so Surge, you can choose 1 blue card and 1 yellow card in your hand, place them under this card. You may draw 4 cards and flip this card over. So this is kind of like a draw 2 leader. And then activate once per turn. If your life is at 4 or less and you choose 1 card into this card, place it in its owner's drop area, choose 1, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and place it in the bottom of their owner's deck. So just being able to get rid of anything. It's active main, so not active battle, but you can just get rid of anything for for +1. You go +2 with this effect, so that's great. Or at the beginning of your opponent's next main phase, choose up to 3 multicolor cards in your drop area, add them to your hand. That's stupid good. Just going +3 for nothing. So I think that's a really good effect. And maybe it would be good for I don't know, maybe it won't be inflexible, and maybe we'll just have to run a couple of Universe 6 cards, but I don't know, definitely compared to the other 4, it seems like I don't know, it's weird that the front side is so specific and then the back side is really generic when you think about it. But interesting card, and I'll be interested to see what comes out of this. Next up, so we've got, so here's some 1-drops that are red-green. So the Broly, Crown of Retribution. If your leader card is red, when you play this card from your hand, if your opponent has 2 or more energy in active mode, your opponent reveals their hand and you choose up to 1 battle card from it with 20k power or less and place it in your opponent's drop area. So this, I think this card is going to be pretty good. So it's immediately you get to see your opponent's hand, which is nuts. And then 2, you know, and then you get something red out, you know, you get rid of it. And then worst case is if they, you know, if your opponent is playing kind of a, you know, control slow deck and they have like counterplays, they're pretty much gonna, you know, they're gonna have 2 energy open, right? And so you're gonna pay 1 energy, and it's gonna pretty much say, hey, you either play your counterplay or I get to see your hand and rip a card out of it. So this card's fantastic. I think this could be, you know, have a lot of flexibility. It's better than just going +1, but it has more, you know, things around it. So there's that, and then let's go to the Sun Goten. So if your leader card is a red Broly card, when you play this card, choose up to 1 dormant legend from your deck, activate it, then shuffle your deck. It's not too bad. Pretty necessary if you're playing the dormant legends version of the deck of the, you know, like the red-green Broly. We also have that Balma from the set. That's a 3-drop that becomes a 1-drop if you have a red-green multicolor and you play it and you choose an extra card from it and you place it into your drop area. So that's also an option for this red-green leader. But I think I like that they, you know, they have another way to you know, activate it for there. On the blue-yellow side, we have a Kefla and a Kale. Both are 2-drops, which is nice. So Kefla, when you play this card, draw 1. So easy +1 there. So you just play a card for free and then you draw 1. So that's nice. And also, when you play this card, when this card is placed under another card by union, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring bear, and switch to rest mode. So that's handy. And then also Kale, when you play this card, choose up to 3 blue, yellow Kefla or Kaba cards. And I'm guessing that the Kaba have to be blue or yellow as well. But in your drop area, with an energy cost of 2 or less, shuffle them into your deck. And then also, when this card is placed under another card by union, activate the skill at the beginning of your opponent's next turn. Choose up to 1 of your blue energy, switch to active mode. Nothing too fancy, but it's good for the union bait. And then these cards, whoop, okay. So the Broly, it's a 4-drop permanent. This card is, when this card is placed in the drop area from the combat area, is sent to the owner's wharf instead. But active battle for 1 green. If your leader card is red, you can combo with this card from your battle area or drop area. So the idea with this is, so if you swing with this on, if this is on your board and you swing with it, then you can always, it's like it's always being able, you can always combo with it, except for a specific green instead of colorless. So that seems okay. And then, you know, it's a red green. And then also, like, if it's in your drop area, then you can just combo it again. So like if you need to drop cards into your drop area, this is a great card here because it still counts as something you can combo with later, and it, you know, it just gets, like, it's a +1. Like it can be like a super combo when you really think about it. If you place it into your drop area for something else, and then go from there. It's, I don't know how better to say it. This would be a good card to put under your leader. Use this effect to put it from your leader into your drop area, and then combo with it from your drop area. How about that? That's a good effect. And then there's Kefla. It's a Union Pator for 1 blue, 1 yellow, on a blue Kale and yellow Kefla. So you can, you know, immediately do this on the other 2 I just showed you. But at the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode, and when this card would be removed from the battle area by your opponent's skill, you may choose 1 multicolored card in your hand and place it in your drop area instead. And this is not once per turn also, so you can just keep pitching things if, you know, going 1 for 1 for, you know, 0 energy to, you know, keep this thing alive if your opponent's investing energy for it. So, and, you know, it makes it kind of indestructible too. So if the red-green Broly was trying to blow it up when you're going in for game, you can just pitch a card and then it survives. Doesn't have double strike, doesn't have crit, doesn't have dual attack, anything like that. So it's just like a really big beat stick with some okay protection, and I think that's fine enough for the archetype. And I guess we'll see from there, but not too bad of a card there. And then lastly, we've got these extra cards. So there's Brace for Impacts, Energy Exhaust, Active Battle. Choose up to 1 of your battle cards or leader cards. It gets plus 15k power for duration of the battle. Choose up to 1 of your energy, switch to active mode. Then choose up to one of your battle cards, and it gains blocker for duration of the turn. This is actually, I think, a pretty good card. I don't know. So like plus 15k for 1 energy, I think is an okay trade there. And then also giving something blockers, I think okay. Especially if you give it like to that big 30k Kefla we just talked about, then they'd have to. It'd be really hard to get rid of that because it's 30k, and if they try to get rid of it with like an effect of some kind, you can just pitch a card there. So it doesn't seem like a too bad card, but I don't think it does enough for it to have be a too specific energy card with energy exhaust as an extra card. Those can be kind of sticky in your hand, but it's all right. And there is a Tormenting Reprisal. So active battle, choose up to one of your battle cards or lead cards gets plus 15k power for duration of the battle. If your opponent has two or more energy than you, choose up to one of your opponent's energy and send it to the owner's drop area. So this one's okay. It's two or more energy than. So I mean, like if you stop charging on like turn 3, then you can abuse this. But I'm not super impressed with this. I mean, like it's like anti-ramp stuff now that we've banned one of the biggest ramp decks in the game. But yeah, I think this has some potential, and it's a little specific for me because unlike Brace for Impact, I think this has more flexibility, but Tormenting Reprisal can really target like a ramp deck. So if you're playing red green, like I don't know, it's really specific. If you're playing red green and you're playing against a ramp deck, then this card's fantastic. Otherwise, it's just okay. And like if you stop charging on turn 3 and they get to turn 5, then it's great. But other than that, I don't know. It seems kind of janky, but not terribly bad. I just it just I guess depends on the meta, right? Unlike Brace for Impact, but that's it. These are the cards. Yeah, all in all, I really like these. It's really weird that we're getting like like mini expansion sets to go along with the expansion sets. It's also weird that we're getting leaders inside of a promo pack. We don't usually get that too often. It's kind of like a double-edged sword of where it's really easy to get the leaders because you only need one, but now every time you get any extra leaders, it feels really bad. So that's the thing. Luckily, I don't think any of these okay, so probably this Broly. This one's probably going to be kind of expensive. Go 10 meh. Because we have that Bulma, I think that does like a similar thing. These are all right. I don't think they're crazy. Maybe this Khalifa is better, but this Kales, I don't know. Both these are all right. These two, not super big fan. Like I don't know. All these cards seem like they're okay, but none of them, besides once again maybe this Broly Crown of Retribution, seem super crazy all by themselves. Everything else is archetype dependent, so it just kind of depends on how strong the archetype is, but. I think these are cool. Once again, Broly I think is my favorite. Kefla I wish it wasn't tied so heavily to the Uber 6 engine. But there's that. End of rant. Let me know what you guys think. It's awesome that we're getting so many cards so quickly as well. These are also legal January 17th, so if anyone's going to Chicago, good luck getting these cards as well. Hopefully you're not playing them because... it just seems like a nightmare trying to get all these cards at the same time. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.